It's not the usual time we normally do this, do our podcast. I sound a little different in the morning than I do at nighttime for some reason. But yeah, guys, this is something that I kind of just want to get off my chest. You know what I mean? This is my humble opinion, right? And it may or may not come across as something humble, but I think you should probably consider not being so much of a people pleaser. How you doing, Snowman Multimedia? Big up yourself. But yeah, you should probably consider not being so much of a people pleaser. Everyone has their own opinions. Everyone has their own path. Everyone has their own life journey, and you cannot please everyone. I'm sure you've heard that before. You can't please everyone, right? Instead of worrying so much about what people think, you are the one that has to live with yourself for the rest of your life. So, what do you think about the decision that you are about to make, or the journey you're about to embark on, or the idea that you have? The overriding and dominating opinion about it should be your own opinion, right? It never should be anyone else's. Okay? Now, provided you aren't somebody who is reckless with your ideas and somebody who's going to sabotage and hurt yourself or hurt others, right? You should probably rely more on what you think about the situation that you are going to do or the thing that you're about to do. I'm finally off people pleasing and bandwagon. Absolutely. And I'm glad I fell off that some bitch because the ride hurts. Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. Right? There's no point in people pleasing. There is no point, absolutely no point in people pleasing. And listen, I'm not going to sit up here and say, there aren't times where you have to consider the opinions of other people, right? There are times when you're going to have to, kind of sit down and have a discussion or a conversation, and maybe somebody could sway you from doing something reckless or sway you from destroying yourself or destroying others, right? But for the most part, everyone is going to have an opinion, right? So, for instance, with myself, right, and the way that I rock my hair however I see fit, right? And it's my natural hair. I can't, understand what I'm saying? Everybody hair grows a little different. Everyone has different curl patterns, or if their hair is straight, their hair is straight. Some people might have thin hair. I just so happen to have really thick hair, right? And there's no, I'm not against anyone wearing their hair however they want to wear their hair, but how I choose to wear my hair is my prerogative, right? So occasionally I'll do the two-strand twist, right? I do it myself. I don't see the point in paying somebody $150 to do something so simple, right? But I don't part my hair as much as I once did. What's going on, Billy Fish Sticks? Right? So I rock my hair how I choose. This is my prerogative, right? So you could like it, you could not like it, you can have your opinion of it. I really do not care because I don't tell anyone how they should be rocking their hair because it doesn't matter to me. It's not something that's going to enhance my life. It's not something that's going to enhance your life, right? If that's how you choose to rock you or wear your hair, then go right ahead and do you. Excuse me while I sip some tea. No sugar. I actually don't even. This is pure herbal infused Teviv. I don't think I've ever had this before, but it's really smooth. But yeah, guys. So you came here to experience life in your own unique way. You came here to experience life as a unique individual, as, an extension of the universe, so to speak. So, in coming here and experiencing this world as a unique individual, you are going to have a unique perspective that is unique to, guess what? To you. When people start realizing and recognizing that you are a quote unquote slave to their opinion, then what begins to happen is they start to manipulate you. And they start to get you to do things you would not normally do, or things you're not happy with, because you're allowing someone outside of yourself to control you. When how they see the world and how they see you or how they view you is something outside of yourself. I'm not going to tell you people outside of you aren't going to be able to love you. There are people outside of you that love you beyond belief, right? But even then, they do not know what it is that's best for you or your higher purpose or the reason why you were sent here. They can have an idea. They may be able to even see things in you that you are unable to see in yourself at that moment, right? Or maybe you're not tapped in to that perspective to really see you for who you are. So you'll have other people, they'll see you, they'll be like, oh man, that he or she has a lot of potential. And you might just see yourself as yourself, and you might even take for granted the gifts and the potential that you have, right? So in a case like that, somebody tells you, hey, listen, you have a lot of potential. I see you doing big things in the future. Keep on going. That's an opinion you could get with, right? That's an opinion that adds value to you, adds value to your life. That's an opinion that could help motivate you or inspire you to kind of look within yourself and see and enhances your perspective on yourself. But ultimately, there are going to be some people outside of you that are going to be hating on you. There's going to be some people outside of you that think you're an idiot. There's going to be some people outside of you that think you are a bozo. And that's okay, because that's their opinion. And there's someone else that thinks that they're a bozo as well. Everyone is not going to view the world in the same way. So even when you're talented, very talented at one thing, there may be something else that you're a complete noob at, quote unquote. Excuse me while I sip some of this tea. Right? So don't be a slave to the opinion of other people. Everyone is going to have their own opinion. Everyone is going to see the world a little different. And something that you could kind of do too, especially if you have kids, right? You don't want your kids to grow up to be people pleasers, or to be followers, or to do what everybody else in the group is doing, right? You want your kid to stand firm in who they are, right? Because you don't want them to be susceptible to the wrong influences. And they do it because they are pleasing people. What do you think about the situation? Take on the opinion, right? Especially if you have children, if you're a father, you're a parent, you're a mother, you're some sort of guardian or something like that for kids, right? Ask them, what do they think about themselves? Explore their dimension for a little while, right? Raul Amin Rased says, hello, how are you, bro? I'm good. Do you know me? I'm not quite familiar yet, but we'll get back to that in a little bit. So you want them to be able to have their own opinion on things, and to be able to see whether or not this is something that's going to work for them, or this is not something that's going to work for them, right? And this is just rolling off, because this isn't something where none of this stuff is written down. So I'm just really freestyling this stuff right now. I felt my father's loving hand, says no warmth, says, what we debating about today? Well, it's not so much of a debate, right? I kind of just wanted to get off and just speak about, people pleasing other people a little too much. So yeah, you have your child. You want to tell your child, hey, listen, if there's something that's, I'm not going to say the non-negotiables where you're trying to keep them safe or you're doing what's best for them as a parent, right? But there's certain things where it's like, maybe they're selecting a toy. Okay, what do you think? What's your favorite color? What would you like to do? Where do you want to go today? Right? And just showing them that they matter, that their opinion matters. Right? Showing them that what they say can actually, shape the world around them, shape the universe, the things that they do, the things that they believe. as opposed to always having to go with the flow of what everyone else wants to do or what everyone else says or what everyone else. You want your kid to have a firm, solid foundation and to realize that what they think and what they say matters. And the universe that's inside of them, they can bring it out and be comfortable doing so as well. A lot of us grow up in in environments where people tend to just want to stifle and completely silence our voice. Let me read some of these chats. Please say Amikaka. I said Amikaka. You're doing a wonderful job. Thank you so much. My father's loving hand and felt no warmth. Please, America times say America. Why am I saying America so much? All right, anything. Gangsta man, how are you doing? Dangerous person says, Gangsta man, how are you doing? I don't know about the gangsta man part, but big up to you, Dangerous man. I did see you in the stream last night, and I did see a few of you that are here right now that are sending messages in the stream last night. But yeah, guys, I'm going to go to work and I'm going to go to places today and people are going to have their opinions on how I should appear, right? They're going to think that I should be conforming to everything and everyone else that is around me. But I am a unique individual. I do have a unique perspective, and my perspective also matters just as much as anyone else's around me. And I shouldn't have to conform or conceal who I am, right? Because who I am is not a danger or a threat to anyone else around me. So I should not have to conceal who I am or what I represent or how the universe created me to represent myself because it makes other people uncomfortable. Right? It makes their ego uncomfortable. I'm all right with that. I'm perfectly okay with that. But I'm here to tell you, I don't feel uncomfortable around you unless I see where your energy is giving off some sort of danger or something where I have to stand guard on. But I'm perfectly okay with people just expressing themselves in whatever way they so choose, they see fit. Unless it's something where it's just so intrusive or invasive or aggressive that it's just like, all right, cool, that's just too much. Put some clothes on. Right? Unless it's something like that, I don't see the issue. I don't see why us as human beings can't just accept that other people have opinions and that it's okay to agree to disagree. Can we do that? Can we agree to disagree? Can you have an opinion and I have an opinion? Can we both see the world in different ways and still be able to coexist and still be able to get along and still be able to live life? Sunil says, Mark Henry, you look tired. Do I really? I don't know, man. Maybe it's the light that's shining. Maybe the light's shining a little bit too bright. I'm not. I probably sound tired because I woke up a few hours ago. And this is how I sound in the morning. Can ego play a vital role to destroy yourself? What is your perspective about this? I do think that the ego can, right? But here's the thing. The ego can play a role in destroying yourself. But everyone has an ego, right? The key thing, again, is to be in alignment with your higher self. The key thing is the things that you tell yourselves. And the key thing is not allowing your ego to lead you too much. Silencing that voice a little bit. Telling the ego is like a child. You have to let the ego know everything's going to be okay. Right? Because whenever your higher self is speaking to you, it's always a calm, neutral perspective. The ego is going to talk to you like, hey, I don't think we should be doing that. Hey, I wonder what they think about this. Hey, you know what I mean? The ego sort of have like this kind of panicky undertone about it, right? So the key thing is to train the ego, right? And allow the ego to come in contact with your higher self before you make a decision. And allow them to get in alignment with one another. and accept whatever comes with that decision that you make. Does the ego play a vital role in a lot of things? Absolutely. Because your ego, being your ID, your identity, how you identify yourself, who you identify yourself as, is always changing as well. Right? 1 minute I'm American. Another minute I'm Jamaican. Another minute I'm African. Another minute I'm indigenous Jamaican. Right? Another minute I'm Cuban. Right? Another minute I'm a black man. Another minute I'm a human. Another minute I'm whatever my name is, Mr. Harris. Right? Another minute I'm my father's child. Another minute I'm my mother's child. Right? So it's always changing. Who we are as the ego, when we identify as the ego, it's never just one thing. It's always something else. I'm a New Yorker. I'm this. I'm that. Oh, I'm from this side of New York. I'm from that side of New York. Oh, I work over here. Right? But who we are, really, is deeper. I want to say bigger, right? But it's more important than just the ego. I'm not saying the ego is not important, but it's more important than just the ego. Right? Because right now I'm a bearded man. If I shave my beard, am I the same person? Or am I now somebody completely different? So yeah. He says I sound the same as Henry. Man, this guy is obsessed with Mark Henry. If someone abusive about your family or close friends, what will you do? Well, I'm gonna defend my family or close friends regardless. I mean, that's just what it is, right? But if my family and my close friends are wrong or doing something to other people that's not right, I'm gonna have a conversation with them there, then and there as well. But of course, you're gonna. That's natural, right? There's not much that we could do about that. Not that on the grand scheme of things, they're more important than anyone else, right? Because everybody is really of the same importance, but the importance that they are to me, to my ego. Because I'm not going to sit up here and say the ego is a bad thing or having an ego is a bad thing, right? But not even just the ego, right? Their importance to you as a being. You understand what I'm saying? But again, we are all just energy expressing itself in different ways. So the father in me is not going to see a child getting taken advantage of and not get involved and not try to stop that. You get what I'm saying? The brother in me is not going to see somebody else that's, certain things that's happening to them and not try to get involved and stop that. They may not even be somebody that I even know. So yeah, I am going to defend those people. I am going to do my best to look out for those people because they are a part of me. They are an extension of me because I love them. You know what I mean? And I love the world, to be completely honest with you. I do. I'm not going to say in every situation I'm going to put myself back against the wall and just go off on a tent or you know what I mean? Like just go get involved in something that doesn't have anything to do with me. But for the most part, if I do see somebody and they are in distress and I'm completely capable of helping that person, then it is my duty to do so. It is my duty to do so. Yeah. But anyway, guys, this is just a quick little live stream that I wanted to do before I got to work today. I'm going to get ready soon. It's been phenomenal having you guys here. I really appreciate you. Later on, I will be back. Probably around maybe 10, 11, 11:30. Around that time, right? I'll be back at around sometime around that. But I am going to head out to work. I'm going to get ready right now. Have a great day, Mr. Dangerous Person. Thank you so much for joining. I will see you guys on the back end later. Continue to keep your vibration high, everyone. Bye-bye.